So, welcome back to Northern Route, everybody. Today I'm talking about the big festival coming very, very soon. And it's the biggest festival for the farmhouse brewing community, at least here in Norway. And I'm lucky enough to have some inside information for you all. So just buckle along, and we're ready for some really good, juicy inside information, I guess. I hope everybody's doing great today. It's a little Thursday blues going on for me, but I'm looking forward to the weekend and for the festival. That's really something I'm looking forward to. I'm of course talking about the Horningdal Festival, Norsk Kornølfestival. It's really difficult to say Norwegian words while talking English. So yeah, I'm talking about Norsk Kornølfestival, of course, coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks today till I'm going. So that will be really good. So yeah, it's my first time attending the festival. Last year it was a digital festival only. So looking really forward to this year. And to just start off, just going to give you a little teaser for something else. I'm pouring myself a beer, or 2 beers exactly, and the reason why I poured these 2 today is because they have something to do with the festival. Just saying. I will taste them later. You have to just see it being poured. Let's see. There you go. So we have to remember, this one is of the Ultra Tap, and this one is of the Intertap. As traditional beer should be a little less carbonated, I carbonate all my beers pretty high for traditional standards. So I'm just gonna let them chill for a while and give you some news. Because yeah, of course this year will be different with the COVID situation and everything. So they have some precautions taken this year. Let's see, I'm just turning down the sound a little because it's a little high. Or I'm turning it up. Of course I'm turning it up. I'm turning it back down now. Okay, so this year there is some precautions, but it's still going to be a really good live show, live brewing as every year before on the event. So it's going to be a down-to-earth farmhouse brewing event that it's really known and famous for. And traditional farmers, farmhouse brewers, and dropping the hint, homebrewers are giving away beers, or beer at least. They have done every year. It's, as I said, my first time, so I'm really excited to do so. The first thing that's different this year is that it's a demonstration. The demonstration that's done on the premises, that's done on location. Are a vossaøl, and that's really exciting to Horningdal brewers, where it's located. It's not that far in space and travel, I almost said, but still the 2 beer styles, farmhouse styles of brewing, are really different. In Horningdal, they always makes raw ale, not boiled at all. And vossaøl is known for boiling at least 3 to 4 to 5 hours. So it's a really different traditional farmhouse brew. So that's really cool that we will see that on location on Saturday, I think, at the festival. And the next thing, though, number 2 of the points I'm giving you, it's a new location in Horningdal this year. It's Groparken. I heard that it's really known for being cozy. It's a new location. That's all I have to say about that. So, the third or fourth sound, the last was third. The fourth thing that it's new and really promising this year is the lectures, because there have been some lectures before, but this year I know we're gonna have the great Jørund Geving, the legendary farmhouse brewer from Støren. Støren are known for their smoked malts and smoked beers. So he's going to do a lecture on Støralsøl, from grain to glass, I think. And of course, the grain part in Støralsøl are really important, being the hotspot for grain or malt making, homemade malt making, that is, in Europe. And Støral are, as I said on my last video, I will put a tag up here for people watching this later. But as I said, Størdal's malt is made the same way that it has been done for at least 1,000 years. So it's really traditional, and yeah, just see the video clip and you know what I'm talking about. I'm really looking forward to hearing the lecture about Støralsøl. And I know some more lecturers, because there's a Norwegian study of kveik that they're presenting, and the UNESCO listing of kveik. UNESCO has now listed kveik as a world heritage, and it's going to be a lecture about that. So at least these 3 lectures are gonna be in Norwegian. I think there will be, at least, and I will stream some of them, and I will do a summary later. And of course I will try to interview these people so you can see them here on the Northern Route and have some of your own. So the last new thing, I really don't know which point we are, 5, 6. This is the last point. This year there's gonna be a oppskok, a traditional farmhouse beer tasting, that's also organized on Friday, that you can join. Earlier they have so you can join a traditional farmhouse brewing sequence or a session that you can go on location and join in the farmhouse. I'm doing that this year, visiting, so that will be really cool. That they have done for many years, but the new one is oppskok, and I really think that will be cool. So yeah, that's the newest points of this year. But I really have to talk about the elephant in the room, because last year they broadcast everything on the net, and it was a digital festival, as I said. So this year also everybody hoped that they would broadcast this also. I don't think they can make it, but they try to set up some system so they can broadcast it, so everybody can join. But I'm sad to say that I think they won't be able to do it. And because this year's, because of COVID-19, the situation are a little different. So I think there will be less foreigners on site, and that will make it less possible, or not possible, but I don't think there will be much English. So seeing the broadcast in Norwegian are not that interesting, I guess. We have to see. But as I said, I will be live streaming some of it, and I will be filming and interviewing people, so just stay tuned, either here on the Northern Route on YouTube, or you can join us at Huldrevatn on Facebook. I will put a link below. So, back to the beers. Now you can go on knowing some new information about this year's brewing festival, Farmhouse Festival. And now we can go over to my selfish content, because these two are the beers I'm bringing to this festival that I'm serving people. And they're, of course, not traditional farmhouse brews, because I don't have a traditional farmhouse. I have made tributes though. This is inspired from Heimabrygg, Ivar Geitung's recipe that I did some while back, putting link up there, because I live brewed it in Norwegian and did some preparations here on the channel about it. So this is pretty fresh. And the one I'm drinking now is fermented with number 20 Espe from I think it's Arvid Espe. Arve Espes Espekveik, and it's of course the original culture. Oh, it's really good smelling, so I'm really looking forward to sharing this around on the festival. It's only pale malt in hand, Norwegian pale malt from Norsk Malt, and it's been boiled for 3.5 hours and fermented at 40 degrees Celsius. This one, as I said, with Espe, and the other one, of course, with Sigmund Gjernes's own Voss, the 01 Quake. And this little beauty is a whole nother thing. This is a tribute to Stjørdal and to Trøndelag, because this beer is made by only using 100% of Bonsak malts. Bonsak is a craft malter living in or located in Trøndelag. So they have made smoked malts inspired by Stjørdal's malt, I think, but these are smoked on elderwood and apple wood, or sorry, older wood. I don't know what it's called in English, and apple tree. So it's a little more fruity character to it. Also, I've used Fruitopia up in here. That's the innovative, really fruity, first of its kind malt from Bonsak, and it's it's funny because it's light in color, and okay, I'm not gonna stare with the light now, but it's light in color and it's mildly smoky to pretty smoky. I have been storing this now for 3 months, 4 months. So I think the smoke rounds and gets a little less harsh if you store it. It's a raw ale, and I fermented it on Framgarden number 10. Original culture, of course. But it's, yeah, it's less smoky than a Stjørdalsøl, of course, and it's lighter in color. And I think it has real potential. Jørund said he looked forward to tasting it. I don't think I dare to give it to him though, because it's legendary in the smoked ale area, so I don't want to disappoint him. But let's take a little swift. Does anybody of you have some beer to taste, cheer with? Give me a skål. I think I need a skål by now. Me tasting and talking about for 15-16 minutes straight there. Give me a skål, everybody. So let's try the Heimabrygg from Ivar Eitjung, the inspired at least, with a lot of junipers in it. I used the lowland junipers, the commonalis, and they're pretty good. Not the same as the alpina, of course, the mountain junipers. Oh, yeah, but it's really good. And you have to try making a beer with only pale malt and boil it for 3 hours and see how it tastes, because it's really something different. And with the junipers, they're not so harsh. I tried to do a juniper infusion while I was having them in the Laterton, so they're not been over 70 degrees Celsius. So that makes them a little less harsh. I really like it. Oh, it's really good. I really like it. And I really like it fresh, because traditional brews are often drinked fresh. This, as I said, is a little over-carbonated. I like that also, but traditionally it's not. It's funny because some think junipers come off as gin-like. I really don't. I think there's more pine to it. And I think the Espe also shines really true here. Yeah, as you can see, I'm really now beer tasting judge guy. I really like beer though, and I think Heimabrygg will do really good. People will like it. I like it. This little puppy though, as you can see, it's a little more color to it. A little lighter. Okay, the lighting here is not really good because they look similar to you. But they know they ain't. Okay, so off the nose I can feel the smokiness going here. But it's something different about the smokiness. You have to remember now, I've been only drinking Støralsøl until now. With the older wood is really shining through the nose and to the taste. But the most through the nose and smelling it. This one is fruitier though. And of course I'm a little biased because I know which malt is in here. But it's really fruitier. But it's not any hoppy fruitier. Yeah, and as of always, I think that raw ale gives you another mouth feel to it. It's a little bigger, little more, even though it has been stored for a long time. But I used for 50% smoked malts up in here, but still the smoke are not overpowering. It's really pleasant. And that's weird saying about a smoked ale. But I really think you should try it. Get yourself some Bunsak malts and try it. Yeah, I think it's good. But I hope to see some of you at the festival. I think some of you should be coming. I see now Ragnar says welcome, so that will be good. I really hope to see many of you up there, and I really want to just meet new people interested in not only beer brewing, because through the last years of me going on YouTube and everything, people have been so forthcoming, and I met so many new good people that I never met before through home brewing. But through farmhouse brewing, I want to meet even more people. And yeah, hobby brewing is also going there, so that's really good. Then we have at least 2 of you going. I hope to see more of you, but I will take 2 also. And looking forward to see what you guys think about my beer. Not only that, because it's not that good that you have to see forward to going to drinking my beer. But now, where I'm standing, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's decent. I can drink it. So that's pretty good. So, what do you think, guys? Will I see you down the road? Yeah, I needed a print of the Northern Route logo is not done yet. I'm working on it. I'm a little slower going on here. A little more farmhousey. Going for experience and yeah, doing it one step at a time. So the logo, it's coming. I have to update this down here. It's not that good. So, yeah. There you know. So, the summary. COVID times will make the festival a little different, but it's still homebrewed beer and farmhouse beer that's being served from brewers at the location we're going to. And yeah, there's a new location, Groparken, but it's still in Hornindal. So number 3, this year it's a vossaøl that's getting brewed as a demonstration on site. Number 4, it's a lecture about Støralsøl from the great Støralsøl king himself, Jørund Gjeving. At least I think so. He's the king, that is. And we're gonna have a lecture about UNESCO listing of Kveik, and we're gonna have a lecture about Norwegian research on Kveik. And of course, I'm talking about Norsk Kornølfestival. Yeah, as I said, it's really difficult to turn to Norwegian when you're talking Norwegian English, Norwegian. And this year they're having a oppskok also as a part of the event. And as I said, as the elephant in the room, I don't think they will be able to stream it, but I will stream some, and I will interview people, and I will share on the Northern Route. So you guys can just sit at home, being comfortable, and still coming to the festival with us. So, yeah, turn in next week, and I will see you farther down the road. If you're watching this later, I recommend you see this video next. And for all you guys just showing up, giving me a boost, giving me a skull,